Welcome to the Col. I'm Yanto Barker.
And I'm Chris Opie. This video is all about targeting a personal record, whether that's a Strava segment, a new average speed out on your bike, or a power record. This video should contain all the information you need to help improve your personal bests. Yanto, in order to perform at our best, we do need to freshen up before our goal event or before attempting to set our personal best. People may have heard of such a thing as a taper. Could you talk us through what a taper into a peak performance window looks like and how that feels?
Yes, so a taper is a reduced workload of exercise to make sure you are absolutely fresh and in peak condition for your objective. Now that can differ slightly from any individual depending on the actual hours a week or the workload you apply is in general, and then how well you recover personally as well. This makes a difference. So personally I would probably take a 2, maybe 3 day taper, which is reducing the amount of training I'm doing a little bit to stay fresh and keep the blood flow going to the muscles, but obviously making sure that I arrive at the day of my objective fully fresh and ready to perform at my best.
We all know the difference a tailwind makes to our segment times, and we all know how it feels on the bike. But I know for a fact that you track a lot more than just wind direction when you're targeting a fast average speed. Can you talk us through some of the parameters that you pay attention to before targeting a personal best?
You're giving away all my secrets now. I don't know what you've heard about me, but I'm just friends with some really big geeks who tell me what the answers are. No, seriously, there's a number of different things that make actually quite a lot of difference to a rider's ability to pass through the air. Air density, air temperature. Obviously wind direction is an easy and obvious one that most people know about, but there are more nuanced and equally important aspects that if you really want to get a fast time, you have to take into consideration. For example, air temperature makes a big difference. The difference between maybe a morning ride or an evening ride where the sun's been out all day to warm the air, it will just help give that air a little bit more energy, which gets it past you with less drag and will enable you to do more of a PB in terms of speed.
When it comes to building up towards a personal best effort, do you periodise your training year at all? Do you spend a period of time building towards that effort, or do you just wait until all the other variables are good and then go for it?
Well, because I don't do that many hours of training, I don't periodise my year or my training. I generally include intensity all times of the year. So this means if I'm going for a power PB, I'm going to get close probably as much on a July day as I would do on a February day. If I'm going for a speed PB, then yes, I would look to pick a warm day. And that means summertime, clear evening where the sun's been out and there's a residue of that warmness in the air to be able to really get the maximum speed out of my effort.
Yanto, I know that you pay particular attention to detail when it comes to your clothing and your equipment choice, unlike when you were a pro rider. How do you adapt your equipment to the types of personal best that you're going for? If it's uphill, if it's a fast effort, if it's a personal power record, how does that change?
Well, in my defence, when I was a professional, we had a sponsored package and we couldn't use anything different, so I generally just did that. But since I retired, obviously I have a lot more choice and I have probably done quite a lot more reading about what makes a difference. So if I was going for a power PB, I probably wouldn't change too much about the equipment because that's not going to change how much power I'm going to produce. If I'm trying to go fast and do a segment or do a section of road that I want to go fast along, then I'm going to pay a lot more attention. Now, I would say my understanding and choice of equipment and clothing has evolved over time. One, in the developments that we've made with clothing, and two, with my understanding of what's making a difference. And generally, once I know something is faster, then I don't want to use anything else. And so I just use it all the time. So even if I was doing a climbing PB, I would wear a speed suit or a skin suit. I would have the fastest tires and I would have all my ceramic upgrades on the bike I was using. So that's kind of my way, is just, you know, once I know something's fast, then always use that.
That makes good sense. So to summarise, your best equipment, your fast equipment, is always going to be worthwhile because it's going to be that little bit quicker, no matter what the type of effort. The time of year that you choose to do the effort isn't really going to be too important unless it's an average speed effort, in which case you're waiting for better weather conditions. Warmer weather is faster. And then if you're tapering, you're probably not going to have to taper for as long as you were expecting because we're not training for 20 plus hours a week. Yanto, thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to come and talk to us. We look forward to seeing you in another video soon.